Hey outdoorsnists, it's the very last day, 2023, and we're back in my favorite mushroom woods, and we're gonna go do a little picnic. Look at those. I almost thought that was a cluster of oysters, but it's not. So, I don't know how this video is gonna go today. I'm finding out the GoPro batteries really don't like to function in anything under 60 degrees. I'm exaggerating a lot, but yeah, they don't do well in any kind of low temperatures. It's my phone says it's like 32 degrees, but this is the December we're having, so interesting. Anyway, the plan today is we're gonna go all the way down that way to where there's like a bridge, like an underpass, and we're gonna have a little picnic under it. And the reason we're gonna do that is why are we gonna do that? I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know. I got a camp stove and some camp cookware for the holiday presents, and I'm gonna be using a lot of it on what I hope to be a very long trip later in the year. And I basically just want to work out how to use all that stuff. It's not like it's hard or anything. It's just you want to get good at your gear before you have to be good at the gear, I guess. Just seeing how long it takes things to cook, what things actually make good meals, and what's best left ignored. I'm seeing a lot of deer sign in here. There's a lot of tracks back there, which isn't surprising for this area at all. So anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera off and we'll turn it back on when I see something interesting or I get to where I want to be. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a tent across the river on the other side. I don't know. It's not that interesting. But I've seen people camp there before. I was coming through here one year, or maybe it was earlier this one or last. And, they'd set up like a awning over there, or a canopy, or whatever you want to call it. So, and I come through here, and this trail looks a little warm. So I don't think this is like as desolate an area as I think it is. But like I said, I've only ever seen one other person in here one time. And I kind of avoided them. And I don't know if that's an unhoused person's camp or if that's just some people who like to do late season camping or whatever. Me, I don't like to sleep in the cold, so that's why I don't camp in the winter, but other people have and can. It's all lovely. See, what's the river like today? I'll probably stay well away from it. Well, I'll be on the bank, but well, I'll just show you where I'm going. We'll be there soon. Alright, I'm set up to start doing this. So what do we got here? I got some rice. With some canned chicken. A packet of flavoring. I read somewhere you want to soak your rice for about 20 minutes maybe. Probably a bottle of water. I forgot how long you're supposed to cook the rice for. I'm gonna go with 20 minutes. I'm gonna let it soak for 20 minutes and we're gonna cook it for 20 minutes. It's a lot warmer than I expected it to be. That little trot over here heated me up pretty good. So anyway, I was gonna do under the bridge, but then I remembered something. If you go under one of those bridges, you'll see a lot of trash. And a lot of it's probably just from the river washing things up, but I have a sneaking suspicion that people chuck things over the edge there and it falls down, and I don't want to be sitting there when that happens. Being covered in used needles and dirty diapers isn't something I want to experience. So you know, anything could fly off a car and land on you. So I would advise not being under things like that whenever you're just chilling out, just for precautions. So, anyway, I'm gonna hang out around down here, see what there is. You can see it yourselves. Really. I don't think there's much else down here. I've been down here just exploraging, yeah, looking for places to forage. It's cool to hang out, but I didn't find a lot of mushrooms or anything like that. There's Japanese knotweed all over the place, so maybe this spring we'll avail ourselves of that. Anyway, the weather's probably not going to do anything either, so that's good. Alright, so that's going to boil for about 20 minutes. And I can tell I need to get good at like keeping my little cook camps a little tighter, because I don't like it spread out like this. It's a bunch of stuff. I just got off my phone with my folks and brother and nephew, so that was nice. A little conversation down by the river. Let's look around and see if there's anything interesting to look at while we wait for our food to heat up. Hopefully goblins don't come in behind and steal it. I don't think that'll happen. Deer like to come through here. Looks like a deer track to me. A deer trail. I'm also seeing a lot of mullein. There's of course houses and people over there. Not much else to see on the riverbank, it looks like. I think a lot of this is new, relatively speaking. Like Tropical Storm Irene came through here back in like 2011 and scoured these rivers more or less. So that's why they look the way they do today for the most part. So, anyway, nothing really to see. I kind of like it actually. It's kind of just enough to look at to be interesting and barren enough not to bother you. Oh, I do want to report that the tiny stove that came with the mess kit does not fit that propane. Maybe it fits some other kind. Maybe there's like an adapter or something I can get. I don't know. It's tiny though. Like it fits in that little orange box right there. So I would like it to work, because man, that would make carrying a stove easier. Not that my normal stove is much bigger. So, yeah, just day by day. I didn't bring anything to like snack on. Everything I brought was like part of the meal, so I don't really have anything to do other than wait. Alright, it's done. What did I learn already? This doesn't need 20 minutes. Especially if you let it soak for a bit before you start to boil it. So let's just give it a quick taste test. Okay, I'll tell you. And that's the 20 minutes. So it probably only needs like 15 maybe. So that's good to know. With the tea going now, that'll probably take even less time. So I did bring some hot sauce, so I'm gonna put that in there too. And that should make a good little meal. I probably didn't need as much seasoning either, so I can probably go like half on that, or even a quarter. I didn't use the whole packet anyway, so yeah. So this is exactly what we came out here to do. Let's just see how it goes. You know, you can read instructions, you can watch a video, you can make a plan, do whatever you want, but like everything you do is going to have these little engineering problems that you're just not going to spot or see or have any kind of intuition for unless you actually come out and do it. So that's kind of what this is all about, just cooking meals outdoors, getting used to it, just learning the way of things, you know, something less to think about when you're out there doing stuff. So anyway, like I said, probably in the last video, a lot of it's just kind of practice for this big road trip I want to do later in 24. So anyway, I did get a tacit approval for all that, so if luck holds out, we'll be doing that in 9 months. Well, that went down pretty good actually. Although it did like burn and kind of cake to the bottom of the pot, so I scraped most of it out and got rid of it. But that'd be one thing to clean. I don't know if I want to do that. Anyway, so the lesson was, or this little picnic, could probably get away with half the amount of rice. Probably just do half of everything. The only trouble would be like the can of chicken I bought. They don't really make it any smaller than that. Obviously I could just pack it and use it later, but for what I want to do here, I don't have any way to refrigerate anything, so I might I don't know, maybe they do sell chicken in smaller tins or something, or we could just forego the chicken entirely. It is cold. I put on a second hoodie and my hat under my hat, so I have no idea how stupid I look right now. Hopefully stupid enough for you to like and subscribe. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna finish my tea, gonna have a sit. It's only a little past 2 o'clock, so I don't really have anywhere to be until later. So. Going to enjoy my gray day of December, the last day of December, last day of the year, 2023. I did a little year in review for Outdoorsnings, which I posted as a blog last week just because the Christmas holiday I didn't get out to do any Outdoorsnings. I was gonna do something, but didn't. So it was quite a year for Outdoorsnings. I did a lot of camping, which is what I wanted to do. It was all the car camping, like you go to a spot on a national forest road and just camp in your car overnight. Good times. Did a lot of that. A lot of solo camping. The Death Road to Florida was a good time. Really good time. I'd almost like to do that again, maybe take my time with it. Not this coming year, because I got a bigger thing planned, but it might be nice to go down and check out Florida again. Florida's got its issues with things, but as far as a place to just go visit and see, it's pretty nice. What else? Didn't do a lot of fishing this year, which is, I don't know. Fishing is one of those things my appetite for it fills very quickly. But maybe in the coming year I'll try to get more fishing done. Definitely want to do more kayaking. Maybe went out a handful of times this past year. Want to do more of that. What else? Backpacking, like backpack camping, like, you know, you hike up a mountain, camp with what you brought on your back, that kind of stuff. More of that. So that's kind of the goal for the next year, I think. Goals or aspirations, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, going to finish my tea, finish my afternoon here, and then we'll see if we come across anything interesting on the way back. Well, that's that. Packed up. We're gonna head back. I think it's about 2:30, 2:45, somewhere in there. And as you can see, no sign of us ever having been there. So that's cool. So you've all probably heard of stealth camping, which is where someone goes camping somewhere where they're not strictly supposed to be. It's not, you wouldn't go somewhere where you'd be trespassing. But I don't know, look it up on the internet. But I was thinking maybe my thing can be like stealth picnicking. I go somewhere where I'm strictly not supposed to have a picnic, and you know, I cook up a little meal and I get out of there before anybody sees me. Sounds like a fun idea. If I could climb, it would be fun to get up like under that thing. Have a little picnic under that. But I'd have to be able to climb, which I can't do. Not that anyway. And I'd also have to not be terrified of high places, which I am. So cool to think about, but I can't say I'm gonna do it. What do we got for garbage? A little liquor bottle, a rock. What's that? A little bag maybe. Little Disney characters. I don't know. This area is covered in crap like that. Oop, who's using their iPad. That's seen some better days. Alright, well, there's really not much more to do down here, so I'm just gonna kind of power on out of here. We'll do a little final thoughts thing when I get back. What's that? So what I was talking about, why I didn't camp right under here, or not camp, picnic under here, because someone throws something out their car window and it lands in your head, that's gonna hurt. Anyway, alright, let's focus on getting out of here. Mush boys, I'm not sure what kind. When I started doing foraging 3 or 4 years ago, I really got into like trying to ID every single mushroom I came across, and not gonna lie, I've kind of just lost interest in doing that. These are fresh too. I got the little slime on them. So you can see mushrooms come out in colder weather than you'd expect. Like probably not like the dead of February or something. It's like, this is new. All these sticks came down recently. Anyway, otherwise there's my walking stick. I don't know how many times I put that walking stick up, forgotten about it, and then had to come back and find it. But anyway, look at that. I don't know how it's looking on the camera, but there's just this long straightaway, and every time I come through here, I've said this before, but wouldn't this be a great place to like hunt deer? I know it is, because there's some deer sign over there, but it's just nice and open, and see all kinds of stuff. I think earlier in the year we stopped at this tree because these were starting to pop. Anyway, if my memory serves, that's what happened, and this is what came out of it. Some kind of belted polypore. I don't know. Is that reishi we found? That's been chewed up. That's different and new. That wasn't here. I don't want to touch it. I don't know where that came from. It could be somebody comes through here and just litters, but you see all these streams around here, and there's a river over there. I suspect that's how a lot of stuff ends up in the woods, is it just comes from the river, but... Oh wait, maybe that's the tree over there. Hang on. Got my stick. I think it's this one over here. Let's go. I seem to remember earlier this year stopping at one of these little stump posts and wondering what kind of mushrooms are going to grow out of it. There are our ants here. These look a little fresh. I don't know, maybe what I'm looking at is not at all different from what I saw earlier. It's not like I recorded it. The same ones. Fascinating stuff, right? Alright, I'm back at the truck. Alright, I'm back at the truck. I got one more thing I want to do on today's bucket list. The Camp Kelly campground is down that way. The National Forest around here, Green Mountain National Forest, I think I saw on their website they close all their forest roads on December 15th. Obviously it's, you know, the last day of 23, so the gate should be closed, but I'm kind of curious if it actually is. And if it's open, I just want to drive down that road and see what it looks like. See if anybody's camping or if the road's messed up or anything like that. So let's go check it out, and then we'll cap it off here. So the gate's open, but the sign says no trucks like mine down there, I think. I probably could without damaging the road. I think it's like cold enough. Clearly some people's driven down it, but it says road closed to motor vehicles except snowmobiles. So anyway, I'm actually going to respect the rules just for fun. That I don't really want to go down there right now. So, if you don't know this area, we're in Woodford now, and I guess I'll have to, there's snow up here. There's no snow where we were down there. But the second you come up into Woodford, yeah, you're gonna get snow. It's like way higher. And I don't know if the camera can see this or not, but the sky, man, look at that. It's like a level of blue I don't really see normal. Over there, it's really nice over there. That, it looks like someone did drive down that, so maybe I'm being a little precious here by not doing this, or I don't know. Maybe I'll go and I won't film it. No, I'd never do that. I'm totally not going to do that. No, really, I'm not. I honestly don't want to. So, okay. I did see some people parked out the front of the entrance of the state park, which is down that way a little bit. So some people are finding winter things to do in the outdoors. Wait till that car goes by. Anyway, okay, I think that's the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and even if you didn't. Not the most interesting thing we've ever shot, clearly, but I don't know, it was fun. Might as well if you're gonna go do it. So hopefully I'll come up with something a little more interesting for next week. I don't know what that'll be, but maybe inspirational strike. I got 7 days to figure it out. So. I also got tomorrow off, so, well, I got in traffic. Got tomorrow off, so maybe I can squeeze in some other outdoor adventures, who knows. So. Anyway, like I said, that's it. Till the next one.